Bro looked like he just farted in the middle of a grocery aisle. And, like, he knows what he did.
Huh? Kaboom!
Fleekazoid has a new video. And the man is going ham, to say the absolute least. To say the least, this man is going ham. It's about AC Shadows, because apparently he have played it. And the only way that I could talk about divisive topics is if I get a little tee-hee and a chuckle about it, because I don't have time for that. I get too tired. I get too sleepy. Are we ready, boys?
Yo, what's up, player? Sorry, I was just practicing my Japanese. Pimps, we did it. Assassin's Creed Shadows is a hit. Our stock is zooming, so it's actually in the free fall. Tell them we got another 1 million players. Hell, make it 2 million more players. Fuck them, they can't prove anything. It works. The stock is skyrocketing because that's what I do. Go get yourself a sale, Pierre. You earned it. You can also have a negative $2,000 raise. Eat shit and die. Hi, we're fleeking over the little guy, and our consultant division was hired a few years ago to help Ubisoft make Assassin's Creed Shadows the smash hit it is today. In fact,
oh God, well that was a good use of time and money.
You're fired. The game was too successful. We can't afford you anymore. Which actually leads me to my next point. A disturbing amount of you seem to think that this major success will allow the 19,000 people working here to keep their jobs, and unfortunately, that's just not true. Notice how that number doesn't say number 1 in day 1 earnings? Well, that means we'll be laying off at least a couple thousand Frenchmen, and we'll be replacing them with several more sweatshops. And just as a little side note on all that sweatshop business, we are deeply disturbed that word got out about that. Why the hell do you think we hired them? Because they tuck them in at 5 o'clock and have them in a wine cooler? We already tried that, and look at how that worked out for us. We got French.
7,000 Ubisoft France staff walk out on a 3-day. Wait, what? A 3-day.
And look at how that worked out for us.
Okay. 700 Ubisoft France staff walk out on a 3-day strike in dispute over home working and pay. Oof. Yeah, that's messed up.
We got Frenchies starting a revolution every other goddamn day. You know what the nice thing is about sweatshops? They don't pay them enough to buy picket signs. Allegedly, people say this, I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna middle with you. Thanks to the success of the game, Piendang is gonna get a 2-cent raise on the next one. Of course,
he's being dicey, but he's not wrong, okay? Just,
gonna be monthly, though, not daily. The rest of that profit goes to me. I have 3 ex-wives to feed. Speaking of which, you're also fired. My marriage was too successful. I'm getting a divorce. Your salary is gonna help me recoup my losses. Now, flashing back to my years when I was working on the game, my role as chief consultant of dumb fuckery was problem solving. The first problem I noticed, too many French people, so I said, hit the snail trail, Pepe's. Next order of business, we're making this one another RP.
Not the Pepe! Oh my.
Gee, nothing says Assassin's Creed like walking into a base, everyone's within level range, but then you get to the target and he can one-shot you with a rock.
Oh man, let me guess. This is a level death? So it does not matter, like, if you sneak up on them, or... Like, he could blow a kiss in your direction, this NPC, and you'd be down for the count, because he's got the skull marker, which means, like, you can never win.
It's fun, as long as you don't know what that word means or what it feels like.
Oh, God.
Now, on the point of hating our customers. In the Steam review of every Ubisoft game, people are always complaining about how we're forcing a second launcher on them, which is why we're gonna force a third launcher on them. Fuck 'em. But it's only gonna be a launcher.
What is this? What? Chat, can you guys what is it?
For all the shitty Assassin's Creed games, I want to make a clear line in the sand so that new players don't wander off to a better game that we haven't monetized out the ass. Didn't the Black Flag have sold the bucks? That's a great question, Pierre. I hope asking it was worth your life. Note to self, make the guy's ass bigger than Naway's. Reminder, we are a forward-thinking company.
Bro, they did not let him skip leg day, I guess.
Second reminder, settle that lawsuit for that time when we were—
Oh my God, why is this always the case with these big companies, dude?
A little too forward in our thinking. Hang on, I'm getting cold. Why would you make the dude protagonist also Japanese? We already have a Japanese. Listen, I'll tell you what you're gonna do. Everyone's talking about how they love brotherhood, right? Well, why don't you put a brother in the hood?
Oh my God!
With Danny D, the fans are gonna love it. They did not. And whenever he fights, I want you to blast the laugh.
I really do wonder, like, sometimes when I see these games come out, like, what the thought process was. You know what I mean? Because I feel like this was an easy W. Like, you could have just made 2 generic, like a female and a male samurai. Just called it a day. You know what I mean? You did not even need to put in this, like, you over-put-it effort to, like, make it worse.
Loudest rap music you got, but not in a racist way. We here at Ubisoft are not racist, so in the least racist way you can.
Oh God.
Whenever Yasuke shows up on screen, I want you to be blasting that trap music as loud as you can. And
Oh my God, this is something else I've heard. Is it only with Yasuke that they have, like, the dubstep come out when you beat people's ass? Like, it'd be, okay, listen, it would be one thing, all right? We could defend it if it happened with both characters, but it's only Yasuke. Like, come on, brother. Come on, man.
I'm not talking yay. I'm talking straight up SoundCloud trap beats with a harp mixed in. I want this shit to sound like Lil Ricefield is just off camera with an Ensoniq ASR. And in the cutscenes, when everything should be all quiet and dramatic, I want you to play.
He has such a way with words, okay? I can't stop laughing. Oh, God. Hold on.
ASR. And in the cutscenes, when everything should be all quiet and dramatic, I want you to play the weirdest shit you got.
What?
That doesn't fit the...
What the heck? That's not even good. It's not even good. How do you only play certain music when he's there, and then the music is not even good? It doesn't even slap.
The setting, the scene, or anything. It's perfect. God, these juices are just flowing today.
How is, okay, oh my God, I want to call it Situation 1. How is the drug game have better, like, background music than this AAA game that costs, like, millions of dollars? Better than, like, I'm pretty sure there's, like, one dude working on that. How does Schedule 1 have a more banger soundtrack than this game does? Like, come on, man.
Go fire somebody. You go make something shinier. You go add 1 million players. God, I'm a genius. Now let's talk about the gameplay. We're gonna do a brand new take on the new system where we return to form by changing nothing. Can we all agree on this? Alright, nice, but we need to make these two characters feel distinct but equal, not in a racist way, which is why no ass Nawe will be great at everything except combat, and Yasuke will be a little bitch that can't even climb a rock. Unless you don't want him to climb a rock, then he'll be able to climb a fucking rock. I want this man to be like our expert plus difficulty, kind of like that fractured...
This looks so weird. Like, what is this gameplay? Hold on, I'm sorry. There's just so much going on. I always worry when I react to these, like, these videos that are, like, from Fleek that are, like, S tier, that, like, so much happens in the span of half a second. Like, he is spitting bars that, like, I just have to take it all in first, and then I don't comment enough because I'm just like, wow.
Combat, and Yasuke will be a little bitch that can't even climb a rock. Unless you don't want him to climb a rock, then he'll be able to climb a fucking rock. I want this man to be like our expert...
What is this?
Plus difficulty, kind of like that fractured but whole difficulty system. Right around that 15-hour mark where you're getting bored of the repetitive gameplay.
What? Why are you crawling right now?
He doesn't cover this, but the ending credits for this game are 2 hours long.
Really? The end? Wait a minute. The ending credits for Assassin's Creed are 2 hours? Why?
Loop. I want to cure that boredom by giving you even less gameplay options. You want a new mechanic? Pull out your credit card. Don't have the money? Find a country with flexible labor laws, start a sweatshop, and I'll give you some money. Also, that Spartan kick's been our crutch for the last 3 games, and it's getting old. That being said, we haven't had...
Guys, I'm getting confused. All right, I'm going to say something controversial. I have a genuine question, and I don't even mean this in like a get baited way, okay? I'm not trying to anger anyone. It's like a legit question. We keep saying we're hiring sweatshop people, like in this video, that like they did that, right? And then also, like, there's other videos saying they only had white people, and that's why they didn't understand any of the other cultures involved. And now we're saying French people. Did we outsource to French people? I can't keep up.
Had a new idea come out of this company in 10 years, and I wouldn't want to break the streak. So just make the kick send these rice farmers into the stars!
Oh! How did he do that? How did he do that? This is the best part of the game. Yeah, the original coders were French, but final coders were sweatshop workers. Okay. Now I get it. Sorry. Genuine question.
Send these rice farmers into the stars!
I just love this. I don't know how he managed to do this, but damn.
Listen, I got a tea time at 6. We really gotta... Let's just stop developing the combat halfway, alright? But Saul, this is a return to form. Shouldn't we have all these mechanics? You're not even speaking American anymore. Listen, we don't have to worry about putting in the other half of the gameplay because... it rains. Besides, people don't want flow. They don't want a unique idea.
Bro, I have noticed this. A lot of, like, AAA games are like, we have weather. Have you guys noticed that? Like, just this year, it's like, we have weather conditions. And it's like, okay, but what about the actual gameplay? Is it good?
Identity, they want something that feels like nothing. And I don't mean unique. I want to remind them of that empty void where their soul used to be, so they fill that void with cash shop items instead of combat. The old power fantasy combat made them feel big and strong. Sarah, look at me. I want them to feel small. And forget make it all stuttery. I want it stuttery as hell. I've got a nephew with a stutter. He can't say yes without making it a 10-syllable word. Use that as your inspiration. I'll send you a tape later. Speaking of no flow, let's talk about that stealth right now. I want that assassination button to only work half the time. Half the time I want the prompt to assassinate in Assassin's Creed to either not assassinate or not show up at all.
Oh my god, is that a real problem? How does that happen? That's like literally the name of the game. How do you not... How does...
half the encounters to play out like this. Did I just catch you trying to assassinate shit?
Oh, what?
I want them to stand around with...
Hold on. Oh, it's another level death guy. Look, he's got the skull again. He's got the skull again. It doesn't matter how long he studied the blade or the Glock. This man is just built different, and you can't. You just can't, okay?
Get you trying to assassinate shit?
Oh, man.
I want them to stand around with their dicks in their hands, waiting to assassinate in Assassin's Creed. You can assassinate when Daddy Ubisoft says you can.
You can assassinate
when Daddy Ubisoft says you can.
Well, so we at least add all these mechanics back from the original games. No, you don't understand. We let them lay down. They don't get anything else. Don't overthink this, guys.
They had 2 experts on Japanese culture and history.
Only 2?
One of them turned out to be a fraud and the other has an expertise in general sexual relationships or some crazy shit.
They really doubled down on the accurate thing, and it's just like,
These people will buy anything. In 15 years, we'll be selling a JPEG called Assassin's Creed. Fuck you, give me your money. And these people would still pay us $90 for it.
The average AAA experience.
The poor core is feeling stiffer than our executives when they get near the secretaries. Add more flips to distract. Next thing, some guy came up to me the other day and told me we should make a great 12-hour game instead of 80 hours of pondering the rope, so I shot him. But don't worry, I shot him in the game, so it only did 10% of his health. Our games aren't meant to be enjoyed, they're meant to be endured. What are we gonna do, make a memorable short campaign?
Oh my god, look at him getting wrecked here.
They're meant to be endured. What are we gonna do, make a memorable...
Bro, he is stuck. He is stun locked in between these NPCs.
Short campaign.
How are you gonna... I love how the prompt comes up. Look at how disrespectful it is. It's like, this is how to parry, gamer. It's like, bro, what do I parry? The blade up my ass? The blade that's cutting off my sausage? Or the guy beating me over the head? Which one of those am I supposed to be using this prompt for?
Campaign sell 5 million copies in the first month and immediately get a sequel like some fucking chode? No, I want to lock all your...
Wait a minute. Yeah, no, you gotta have more heart in it, you know? You gotta care about the game.
In the first month and immediately get a sequel like some fucking chode?
W for them, though. Nice.
No! I want to lock all your abilities behind 50 fetch quests, and when you go to do that meditation quest as a break from all the fetch quests, I want it to trigger a flashback to that one time where you did a fetch quest.
Oh my god. I like that he's pointing out a lot of problems with the game that don't even have to do with the controversy that went on with it, right? It's like the core gameplay feels stale. So even if you think the game's all right, it's just like it's not going to be great, which is like apparently like these AAA companies need to succeed. So
eat a dick. No, not literally, Yasuke. Don't look at me like that.
Oh my god, also this expression going around everywhere. Listen, like I don't even want to get into the drama, but like why you have to make him look like that? Bro looked like he just farted in the middle of a grocery aisle and like he knows what he did. That's what this looks like the dad that farted in the middle of the grocery aisle. And, like, he knows what he did. He knows anybody who walks past him is going to, like, leave the aisle and pretend they're not, like, choking on air, all right? That's this expression, like, bare minimum.
Dad, stop that! I want to beat the fans down with monotony until they buy the Yasuke farting vent clouds bundle out of some confused idea that that'll bring them joy.
Oh,
Think about it
man.
like this. For just $20, you could help me furnish my yacht with high-end Dutch prostitutes. Every day that no one buys a microtransaction, one of our executive goes without a line of coke up his nose. Will you be our
Rip.
snow angel? Then just punch in your credit card and buy any one of these bundles. Speaking of people that need help, the enemy AI programming has been slowly degrading for the last 10 years, and the dev team was asking earlier if they should spend any time fixing it, so here's what I'm thinking. Fuck them? Fuck them. Alright, I'll lay them all off.
Oh no! What kills me is when they do lay people off. They lay off, even though they have like so many people, and like these companies are bloated. They somehow lay off only the people that make the game better. You're like, how do you do this? How do you have so many people but happen to lay off ones that are actually doing something that needs improved? Like, oh.
Sorry, those are just some associates of mine.
Oh,
I thought I'd
God.
put that on vibrate. All right, I had some ideas for the story. First off, my wife's had 100 rounds of Botox in our last 2 years of marriage. I haven't seen her emote in years. Use that as the inspiration for the facial
Oh, yeah, it does kind of look like she's not fully...
animations. I'll send you a tape later.
But I can fight.
My pain is
Bro, she has no wrinkles on her forehead at all, man.
constant and sharp.
Actually, I'm already looking at a cutscene right now. I can't tell whether she's happy, sad, or needs to take a
I was gonna say, I don't know what this expression is. It could be... That was my guess. Final answer, maybe shit her pants. Alright?
Shit, you guys nailed it. Forget what I said. Second, with the GDP of Bosnia invested into this game already, I think the voice acting is where we need to start pinching our pennies in our story-focused game. Have any of you ever heard of AI? It's like a digital robot sweatshop. It's brilliant. Future.
I like how the first time we try to save money is not cutting any of the extra people that aren't doing anything. We just decide to go for the creative heart that's in the game. Like, yes, that will go well. That's surely where the bloat is.
Here. Now, I can't
Okay.
say whether or not we used the AI, but I will say the end result was indistinguishable from a high-end actor
Oh,
such as
no.
Daniel Day-Lewis in Lincoln. Check this out.
Was it that bad?
Karate, judo, sumo, samurai.
Nissan, Honda, Mitsubishi, Subaru.
Sorry, my bad. I had immersive mode on. I turned it off. Here you go.
Resentment can grow quietly without much warning after a storm.
Now, on a real
Why?
note, I want you guys to get your lawyers ready to sue anyone that harasses Ubisoft employees. I want the whole world to know that the only people who can harass Ubisoft employees is Ubisoft. Please, everyone, the applause is really
It's like, no, we don't want to stop the bullying. We just want the bullying to only come from the internal systems we've set up and not from anybody else.
unnecessary. I'm but a humble man.
We monopolize the market, and we also monopolize humbling the people that work for us.
People, the higher tax bracket people. I put on my Prada slippers, one Sudanese leather monk strap at a time.
Oh my God.
And that's how I made this game the success that
Oh
it is today.
my
18
God.
Shadows is such a success that our 18,000 employee company just got cucked by a game developed by
Oh my God! The game was mentioned. I just said this, that Schedule 1 somehow manages to like get even music better than they do so easily, and it's like one dude, right? Like 5 tops is my guess for Schedule 1. Oh my God, I didn't realize these came out like the same, what was it? Schedule 1 came out only like a week later, right?
one man named Tyler. It's such a success that people can't even run
Oh my
Monster Hunter Wilds, and they're still buying it more than Assassin's Creed Shadows.
That was completely unedited footage, okay? That's totally not, it's totally not a mod in any capacity.
It's such a success, we just shuttered another studio. It's such a success that we just became 10 cents bitch. It's such a success that our stock's hitting 5-year lows. So eat a dick, chuds. Wait until you see how successful we are after Assassin's Creed Crazy Cat Lady drops. Maybe
What?
strong feminine energy can take us to new heights.
What? What is this? Is this a joke? She uses a spell to possess a nearby cat. Leaked info? Is this trolling? This is God tier trolling.
Creed Crazy Cat Lady drops. Maybe strong feminine energy can take us to new heights.
Meow meow.
Your jaw. I swear to God, if you don't give this game a... Oh, you're doing it again. He's
Oh
running
my
it back.
God.
I mean,
There
holy
he
shit,
goes!
Oh, fuck! Further than ever before! Oh, I went to the corner. You are
Oh my god.
You won. I win. Oh,
Wow.
Suck it! That was a great video. They are very correct. There are some things, chat, unfortunately, that cat girls cannot save.